this is Chef Eileen from Aromas and ChefEileen.life. Back with you again as we do our countdown to Valentine's Day. We are on day number 4, and today we are making molten chocolate cake. It is a Valentine's Day classic. And as I mentioned, our skills are getting a little more difficult, right? We started with just melting chocolate. Today we're actually going to cook with it. So let me get right into it and tell you what we have. Right here, I have some melted chocolate, about ½ cup of dark chocolate, and I melted it with a few tablespoons of butter. So you want it to be nice and combined, just like this, okay? I'm gonna work quickly because we do not want our chocolate to chill. You're going to need a whole egg and an egg yolk at room temperature. You're going to need some sugar, and I have 3 tablespoons of sugar here. And that's gonna go right into the bowl first. We also need some flour. Now, why this cake is molten is because it's mostly chocolate, butter, and egg, right? It's got very little flour in it. So I'm gonna measure out 3 tablespoons of flour to go into the dessert. It will have some vanilla and also a little bit of salt. I've got my trusty ramekins again. And to prep our ramekins, we're going to get a stick of butter, nice cold stick, remove some of that paper, and you're just gonna rub it along the inside and along that rim. Okay, so that's how you prep your ramekins. You're gonna do that to both of them, and then you're gonna go ahead and have some extra sugar here, and you're going to dust them with sugar. This is going to help keep that cake from sticking. So if you want to unmold it, you can. So I think I'm just gonna have these right out of the ramekin. So again, you're just going to make sure that that sugar gets in there. Any excess you dump out. Ramekins are ready for you. Okay, so in here, we've got our sugar. Next, we are going to put in our egg. So 1 whole egg and then a yolk. 1 yolk, 1 egg. Then our yolk, that means you're just gonna separate the egg white. Right in there. You're gonna whip together your eggs, your sugar, with your vanilla and your salt. You need about an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. This is my 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna just do about half of that. And a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And we're gonna whip all that together. You can pull out your hand mixer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do this by hand with my whisk. We just want to make sure it's nice and combined and it gets a little light in color. So here are my ingredients, right? 1 egg, egg yolk, vanilla, salt, sugar. And we're just gonna go ahead and mix that together. Okay. All right, so there you have it. It's a little lighter in color. We've got some air in there, and our eggs are ready to accept the chocolate. So here's our melted chocolate. We're gonna go ahead and pour it right into this bowl with the eggs. And make sure to get all that chocolate in there. So if I didn't mention it, it's about a ½ cup of chocolate, which is about 3 ounces. And in the case of molten cake, the darker the better. So I've got 70% dark here. Okay, so all of my chocolate is in, and we'll go ahead and combine that. Mix it all together. So this is the base. It's going to give us that warm, delicious, ooey gooey center that lava cake is known for, right? Here we are. You don't want to lose any of that goodness. And the final ingredient is the flour, and you need about 3 tablespoons of flour, right? That's going to help give our cake a little bit of structure. 2 to 3 tablespoons. You don't necessarily need 3. So There's one. So now I am incorporating the flour. There's 1 tablespoon already in. I'm going to go ahead and add the second one. Notice I'm just putting that in there. I'm going to pat it. 2 1/2. So we're gonna go with 1.5 teaspoons. It's half a tablespoon. 1 and a little more. And then you're gonna slowly incorporate this. You're just gonna mix that right in until you no longer see any of that flour. Okay, so this is our lava cake for 2. And do you see how easy it is? It came together in just minutes. It's going to bake in about 10 to 12 minutes in an oven at 400 degrees. So it's one of those desserts that you can just have the ingredients all prepped up while you're cooking, if you are cooking dinner. And then just as you sit down to dinner, you can go ahead and pop these in the oven and they will be ready by the time you're done. Okay, so there it is. It's all combined. Here are my prepped ramekins. There's one. There's 2. So there you have it, chocolate lava cake for 2. I'm going to pop these in the oven, 10 to 12 minutes, 400 degrees. They should still jiggle when they're done, right? Because remember, lava cake, the center is nice and molten. So don't be alarmed if they're still moving around. Okay, so fresh from the oven, still very hot. We are going to run our knife carefully around the edge to make sure that it has loosened so that we can unmold it. Now, you can of course go ahead and serve it right out of the ramekin, but we are going to try and unmold. See how this comes out. Give it a little flip, a few taps, and I'm going to lift, see, bite. So there it is, came out. You're going to place it wherever you want it on that plate. We're going to give it a little dusting of confectioner's sugar. You can add a little bit of chocolate sauce to it, maybe a bit of ice cream, definitely a few berries. And there you have it, chocolate molten lava cake. So now let's see what the inside looks like. It's exactly what you want to see. Okay, this is Chef Eileen with Aromas and ChefEileen.life with our day 4 countdown to Valentine's Day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.